Yo, it's Eight8.
And it's Harry Beech.
And this is the breakdown for Still Play Valorant by D Block, featuring Kodak Black.
3 M's on the crib, got sticks at home and I still play Valorant. I can promise to you, baby, that I'ma be good to you.
Start off with, I think the first thing I started was just trying to get some sort of guitar down. Obviously, with D Block and that, could be very guitar-y a lot of the times. I think I started off with this Omnisphere one. So it's literally just that, and it loops. But then I thought, obviously that guitar's a bit filtered, and then I layered it with the most classic, I don't even know, it's the most standout fake guitar sound ever, which is the Contact Bank. So obviously that was the bass, and then from there, I think you said to add keys under it.
Okay.
And
probably.
Because I remember you saying
that.
You've been saying always add the keys under it.
Yeah.
So I just went and stacked up the chords. So literally it was the exact same progression as these, but just stacked as high to give it the fullness. It's literally the same chord progression as the guitar, but I'll quickly run it through. It does like a little chop at the end. I don't even know why I did that, to be fair.
Sounds so simple, but I already know like that. Just
I did the sauce. So we've already got like we had the bass down, and then obviously you were doing drums at the same time, but obviously you'll break down the drums in a second. So there's a couple lead guitars, which I'll quickly run through to play at the intro, which I think weirdly sound like a flute in the song, but it's actually guitar leads. Simple, repetitive melodies, and then this top layer that's bounced out as an audio, it was the same guitar but stretched double time, so it just adds more bounce. I do that quite a lot in my melodies, to stretch the same audios down and then flip them and stuff like that. Yeah.
What, like you just like double timed it and just layer it over the same melody?
Yeah, with like a bit of reverb and stuff. So
fair, and that's just going underneath.
So it's that, and then so you can hear it, and then playing both together. It's a cool technique. It's something Logic does really well, because I make most of my melodies in Logic. A couple more layers. I think mainly the main component is the flute. And then by then we've got like basically the structure of the whole melody, and it was just kind of just doing a breakdown part for like the verses and stuff. Literally the same stuff going on, but the guitar's half-timed, which is obviously quite a predictable thing to do. But it just works, you know what I mean? I feel like this melody just works. The only thing that's newly introduced from there are these two flutes. And then other than that, it's only one more sound really, and then it's just this, I think it's just the strings. And this is how all the melodies sound together.
After Harry has like finished the melody and that, he sent me, as you can see, like a long just audio. Sometimes when I'm making beats with like loop makers or like melody people and we're in the room together, I like getting the layers and mixing and that, but I like just getting it in one long audio like you see, so I can just do my thing. But yeah, so like first thing we did when we got it, like I was like, yo, like we need a jungle sound in here, so like I just added this. It's literally just sounds of the jungle, like basic. So like, you know, with the melody, it just sounds like you'll just hear it in the background. First things first, added my snare. And my snare literally just goes on like a basic pattern. But the only thing that's unique about the snare is that this one's dry, or like drier, and then this one's like super reverb. So like I'll play it now. It just gives like the second bounce.
Didn't know you did that.
The air. So, you know. And then next I went to my hi-hat pattern. This one's like a cool hi-hat pattern, and I'll be real, I don't really think I've done a hi-hat pattern like this. Just bare rolls, like long rolls, and then I've just added effects, which is basic. I like this tonal delay, just adds like a twang to like hi-hats. It's a bit weird, but just added that. Added this reverb where like I would just turn up the release a little bit and just a wet down. And then like while I'm doing my hi-hat pattern, I just added a couple extra sounds just, but you know what these are? These are more subtle background noises, so I'll just play it throughout like. Like they're super just quiet in the background, but they're just fillers. And then I've got like this little triangle here, which sounds like this. I've got like this off snare here, obviously here as well. Just got a one down here, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like just quickly. So like all together, just all hi-hat, snare and percussions all together sounded like this. And then like I've got like, you know, the like more snare rolly stuff like you see here. So like I'll just play this quickly. It's just trying to like just add as much as possible but without making it too crowded. So then we added like the open hi-hats, just like subtle fillers that you can add in rather than adding like an extra snare. Just add some open hi-hats, it fills the spaces. So I'll play it like all together. I'll just show you this last 4 bar, because like as you can see, I've added like a couple extra rolls, the snare roll, everything all together is like this. So after that, I went into making my 808. Like I feel like this 808 is kind of cool. Like it's got elements, like it's got the rolls, it's got the like do-do-doom, like it's just got like kind of all the trap elements that you would have in an 808. So just to show you like how the pattern goes. It's just got the bounce, but it's also got the space. I think that's important when producing for D-Block. Like, it's all about space with them. Like, you can hit on a beat and make it busy, but it's gonna be that such specific beat where more time, like, you know, someone like Adz, like, he needs the space to just let him do his thing and flow on the song. So that's why I just stripped it back, kept it stripped back, and then I just laid a kick quietly underneath it. But it's very quiet. It's just to give like just something. And as you can see on the volume, it's not hitting. So like together, say, like you see in the volume difference, it's like the spins is double the volume, but you know, I'm just keeping it just subtle. And then obviously just my generic risers. I've got this cymbal, which again I do the same thing. I reverse it and I add the same reverb. I don't touch nothing. It's just subtle. Do you know what I'm saying? But this is like, I do this on all my trap beats. So I add this cymbal and I pretty much add this riser. So yeah, that's all the drums quickly. And then yeah, this is them all together.
We knew about this song for probably like 4 or 5 months before it was like confirmed, and I remember the feeling that we had when we knew, oh, this is gonna be a thing. We've been waiting for that date, that January talk date for a few months, waiting for that, because it was a big one for us.
Yeah, but it was cool though. Like us lot at Signature Studios played, you know, one of the biggest parts in this song and making it happen. So for us, it was a great thing for us. Like I feel like we deserved the placement, and yeah, like we kind of made it happen as well. So, you know, yeah, it was yeah, crazy feeling.
And that's how we made the beat for Still Play Valorant by D Block and Kodak Black.
Whipping what we open every window